Alright guys, it's gonna be a real quick video on my my Mosin Nagant. Just refinished it, got the final coats on today, and got it all put together a few hours ago. Took some pictures, but I figured I'd make a vid just to give a better idea of what it looks like. In the pictures it turned out it looked a lot lighter than it was actually, but I actually like it. The old finish was a lot redder and darker, but I don't know, this one's lighter, but I like it, so you can see the grain a lot better. I use tru-oil finish, and I have 8 coats, I think. 7 or 8, I think it's 8. When I did it, I took it down completely. Took the gun completely apart, everything off the stock. Took the the sling mounts, these out, along with the barrel band retaining springs, which is these, and the whatever this nut thing is called. But yeah, so I think it turned out pretty good. Came out pretty glossy. A lot of guys are saying it was a matte or satin finish, but I think mine's pretty glossy actually. Had a few spots where it was where I had some issues with too thick of application or whatever, and got some like running and stuff, like because when this is open it pulled up inside of there, so it would drip out, but can't really see it that much, but right there just little imperfections, but I think it's alright for my first one. Never finished the stock before, so I think it turned out okay. Other than that, I but I got it all sighted in, fixed my front sight, added some I don't know why I can't think, crap, what is it called? Okay, let me think about this for a second. Added some, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna figure out what this is called. What the fuck is it called? Shit. Solder. I added some solder to the front sight to bring it up a little. You really can't tell because I ended up coloring it with a black Sharpie, just regular black Sharpie, and it looks a little bit more glossy than the original post, but you really can't tell the difference from just looking at it. Tried to adjust the windage by tapping over the mount, but I could not get it to move at all. I put oil on it and lubricated it and everything, let it sit, and I just couldn't move it at all. But the front sight was canted a little bit to the left, which now was hitting to the right, so I ended up just bending it over to level with a screwdriver, and seems to be right on now, so that's good. Hopefully, like I said last time, I'll get some shooting videos at the range. I was planning on getting a video, but I ended up just shooting and getting a feel for the gun. It's kind of still in the break-in process, so I was having some issues, but I shot it again on Monday night after work, and it was doing really good with wolf ammo, which it didn't do as well with when I first shot it. So hopefully the action's improving a little bit. I cleaned it again, oiled it all back up, and hopefully it'll stay good. But other than that, I just need to work on my shitty camera skills first of all, and accuracy. I didn't shoot standing at 100 yards before, especially with a heavy rifle, so I was really having some troubles getting it on sight and on target. But at least they're on paper now. Before I was shooting about a foot high and a foot to the right, and now it's at least on paper. So yeah, that's about it. Let's see stock once again. Shadows everywhere. The handguard turned out a little bit darker in spots than the rest of the stock, but I'm not sure if it's just the wood or leftover cosmoline. But I'm okay with it. It adds some character to the wood, I think. Yeah, all the little imperfections just add a certain level of differences and uniqueness to the wood, so I'll take it. Whatever. You can still see the markings and everything, the stamps in the stock, like this 2, whatever that means. I don't know what that means. And then on the other side of the grip too. But yeah, overall I think it came out pretty well. If you didn't notice, camera battery died, so I'm starting this again. Not totally, but whatever. So yeah, tru-oil finish. If I didn't explain that, I'm not sure. I'll have to watch over the video again, because I did that last night, and camera's been charging all day, so I used tru-oil and 8 layers or coats or whatever you want to call it, and just waited the standard, or whatever it says, 2 hours between coats, and then went over the whole thing with double-aught steel wool, just like it says. If there's any rough parts or whatever, I would just sand that a little bit more till it felt smooth. Then I'd put on the next coat, and I think it came out pretty good. The last coat I did, I spilled, so I had a lot more than I needed, and I ended up wiping some off. But when I took these out, it would pool. There's a gap there, and it pooled up behind those, and in places like that where there's holes. So I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's little like streaks there. They're not that noticeable, but if you really inspect it, you can tell. But for me, it's my first time doing it. I think it came out pretty well. So yeah, that's about it. tru-oil, Mosin Nagant finish. Yeah, hopefully I'll have some shooting videos up pretty soon. That's about it for this update.